So, hey all. It's been a long time, it feels, I've been going through my own conscious warfare, and that has to do, with the way we perceive what's in our hearts and our souls, okay? I study a lot of prophecy, I study a lot of things and watch the times that we're in, and I know about all the I talk about the Mandela effect a little bit. But my heart is this, guys, to put a message out there that's truth, not deceit, I do these videos, and I've done them the whole time to document my time on the earth and how I got to where I am. Where I am now is I have a car, I have a job, I'm working in the Matrix, and it's alright, it's not bad, but it's you see through it, and you see through the world that people live in the veil and the illusion. And you see through the illusion of our world, which is all fake. I mean, it's a game to those beings. They just use us. So, with that said, I like the Bible. I don't think it contains all the answers, but it points to history, and it points to prophecy, and it points to truth, and it points to things that have happened and occurred on our earth, and it points to the revelation of the Christ, and it points to Yeshua, and it points to who He is. That's what the Word is really about. It's about Yeshua HaMashiach and who He is, and Him revealing our true Father and the true light. So that's what this book is about. I have a native copy. There's only one man in this world that I know of that you can find it on Amazon. It's kind of cool. But I'm going back into prophecy stuff because we're in a time, and the natives saw it back in 2012 maybe. They've been prophesying about it a lot longer than I'm saying. But we're in a time where the world is in a great turmoil, okay? We're in a time where the earth is groaning, alright? Because man has gone way too far and are eating and drinking like the days of Noah. And I opened to this, man, it's crazy, okay? I'll read it. He then said to his message bearers, "In the time of trouble ahead, you will long for the days when the true human being walked among you. Those days will be no more. People will say, 'Look, he is over there or over here.' Don't listen to them. For when the day of the true human being comes, it will be like lightning when it flashes, and the lights the whole sky. But first he will suffer many terrible things and be turned away by the people living today." So, the days of the true human being will be the same as it was in the days of Noah, or days of the one who rests, days of Noah, before the great flood. The people were eating and drinking and getting married until the day that one who rests entered the great wooden canoe. No one believed what it was coming until the floodwaters came, washed them away, and drowned them all. It will be the same as it was in the days of covers his head. People were eating and drinking, trading goods, planting seeds, and building their lodges until the day came that covers his head, left village of bad spirits, then rocks burning with fire fell from the sky and destroyed them all. This is how it will be when the true human being is revealed. Okay. It's not an easy message, but I know there's a lot of natives and a lot of people right now that are not being listened to, but we're in the days of what they call the days of Noah. People are partying, thinking everything's all good, thinking the world's all good, man. I don't know what's coming, but I will say this. We are in a time that is in massive change and massive transition, and there's a blindness in the world that runs so deep that you have to really look and get rooted and grounded in what is really inside. And that's the consciousness warfare, guys. That's the spiritual war. Is to really get down to the roots of your own hearts and get to the roots of what's in there. And everything else is really a distraction at this point. Because if you can master what's in your own heart, I'm speaking to myself, I just can say it to myself. So I can speak it to myself as much as I'm speaking it to you guys. When, and I can and I will learn, and I will grow to master what's in my heart, because my emotions have ruled my life for too long. But when any of you guys can master what's in your own souls, and master what's in your own hearts, and stay humble, not this false humility that's out there that looks like humility. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about real humility where you're not concerned with yourself. That's real humility, guys. Real humility is where you're not concerned, you don't have a motive for yourself. A lot of people speaking these days and doing videos, and they got a motive for themselves, man. You know? They do. They don't care what they say, man. Not all of them, but I don't care what a lot of them say. They say they're so caring, but they're making money off people, man. I just want to tell you that. I don't need to like point fingers at anybody, because I don't really listen to YouTube much anymore. I think that's just, you know, if there's no, one of the things is it's not personal, because humans have been doing this for centuries where we have selfish motives. Okay? So it's not any different that people are on YouTube scamming other people and making it look like they're giving out information and knowledge to really help humanity and care. But behind what they're doing is really selfish, because they're making money off of ignorance. And, you know, that's why I don't listen to much anymore. Because that's why. And my eyes are burning right now, and that's okay. But if you really take the time, guys, if you really take the time, guys, to open your eyes to the truth, even though it might take time. Oh man, my eyes, I don't know what it's doing. If you really take the time, guys, and I'm saying really take the time to see what's really here. And speaking of my eyes, as they are burning, and I know why, but that's okay. If you really open your eyes to see, what you'll see is that humanity has really lost our way. And people will say all kinds of stuff, but most of what we're told is a lie. Okay? So you, as the person and human who's listening to what I'm saying, have to discover truth. And I don't mean your truth. That's ridiculous. That logic in itself. Okay. I'm going to get on this little kick. There's no such thing as your truth. Okay? That doesn't exist. It's a contradiction of logic. Okay? Because if it's my truth and it's your truth, then if they contradict each other, then how are they true? One's a lie and one's the truth. This is how ridiculous humans have kind of believed recently. And so you don't need to discover your truth. You need to discover the truth of who you are. You know? Any of us, including me. And when you do, that's the way out. But I've talked long enough, because I haven't done a video in a long time. And the thing is this, guys. On the days of Noah, that's where we're at. Okay? We're at that time. That's where we're at. Does that mean there's going to be a great flood? I don't know. No, as far as I know, because there was a promise, and that's the rainbow, that the flood wouldn't ever happen, but something will. Something, because we have upset the Earth's balance as humans. We are upsetting her, man. And the Father's about humanity. He's love, man. I know He's love. The true Father, that's what He is. There's no fear in love, guys. A lot of people live in fear. I have. But the truth is, when you exist in that real love, you're free. You know? And you don't care what other people think about who you are, because it sets you free. Because that's what the truth does. So, with all that said, guys, right now I'm going to keep going in this thing, but just open your eyes to the reality of what, open your eyes to the truth, you know, to what reality really is, and it's our eyes get blinded, okay, when we're young. The real world's spiritual, the real world is physical, and when you believe truth inside your soul, and you discover it, and any of us do, that's what sets us free. So, like I said, I don't know what's coming, but something's coming, guys. Something is, and it's going to change our Earth massively again. And so, you know, just know that we're in a time like that. And I don't do videos much anymore, because I want to speak from what I know to be really true, and not all the mess. But I take time with myself to do that. So I love you guys. Like, subscribe, peace. I'm out.